what she wanna do. Lower to the grave, tell you like it is to your face, she don't play. Every chick down for it all, know that she a boss. No competition, no loss. From the Midwest to the A, Autumn got you tuning in, no delay. Ooh, get you right every time. Keep you laughing on a dime. Tell you truth, no lies, so you can live your best life. Cover all topics, no limits. Got something for your mama and your children, no holding back. No gimmicks, coming on strong, get straight to business. Oh yeah.
What she wanna do?
Live life, live life,
She
live life.
what she wanna do?
Live life, live life, live life.
What she wanna do?
Live life, live life,
She
live life.
what she wanna do?
Live life, live life, live life. Live life, live life.
Hey, it's your girl Autumn, and I welcome you back to the Lit Life Podcast, where I encourage you to live your life autonomously. Hey, y'all. Hey, I'm back again for another week. Another little episode of the Lit Life Podcast. I don't know. It's just kind of like every week I kind of surprise. I don't know why though. Like I kind of surprise myself with this. Like you have a podcast, like you have like 80 something episodes, and you've been on dozens of other features. Dozens of other podcasts with features. I don't know. It's fun. But today is the last episode of the 10 words 10 episodes series, so we'll get to that in a minute. Real quick, y'all know how I do, want to give y'all a update or whatever. So the SPKs, and if you guys don't know who the SPKs are, that is Audrey from All Tales Pod and Jay from Jay's Quick 3. We just have this little inside thing, and we call them the Sour Patch Kids. It's basically what it stands for. I think Tamara gave them that name. But anyways, they were in Atlanta over the holiday weekend, the 4th of July holiday weekend. And we had a good time. Like, it's been a while since I've been with a group of friends, and we've had such a good time. I mean, we did so much, and guys, we recorded 3, not just one, like not just for the Lit Life Podcast, but we recorded for Jay's Quick 3, and we recorded for All Tales, and all 3 of them fucking episodes are certified trash. Certified. Do you understand me? But y'all gonna get them. It just is what it is. I mean, it's up to you whether or not you want to press play or not. So yeah, the SPKs were here. Trash ass episodes on the way. My neighbor did move. I have new neighbors. Not sure that they're friendly. So that's really all that I have to say about that, which I'm not the type of person that's really put in effort to like socialize with my neighbors. I mean, if we socialize, great. If we just speak, great. But I don't really put a whole lot of effort into that. But whatever. My last neighbor, she could be home, and I didn't even notice or realize that she was home. And of course, now I can. So now I'll definitely be try to be more mindful, even though I pay rent, but just make sure that I'm not over here loud, which I hardly ever am. Sometimes I worry about Peach because she's so loud, but niggas just gonna have to deal. I don't know what to tell them. Like, it just is what it is. So I don't know. So I guess that's the end of that whole little saga. If this is your first time listening, thanks for listening, but you're gonna have to go back like 4 episodes to know exactly all the shit that was going on with my neighbors. Anyways, last little update. So I told y'all last week, reluctantly, that I was going to do the running for my life challenge. I haven't really so before I used to, I would do a blog post and I just haven't done all of that. I don't know. I don't know if I feel like doing all that. But I did start it this week on Tuesday, on Tuesday the 6th, just like I said. And my plan is to, walk, run 10 miles a week on top of doing yoga and throw my strength training in there if I still got it in me. So today is what, Thursday. I am at 8.5 miles, I think. Yes, 8.64 miles or something. So I got about a mile and a half to do for this week and I'm Gucci. I did my yoga yesterday. So I'm on track and I feel good about it. I it's funny because I feel like I'm having like this reverse anxiety now, because before it was having anxiety because I just don't want to do the shit. Like I just and I really don't ever know why, because I always feel great afterwards. But just having anxiety and not want to do it now, it's like having anxiety because I feel like I have to do it. So if I don't get up early during the week and do it, I've said this millions of times, I'm thinking about it until I do it. So just like the last 2 days I didn't get up. Well, let's see, and it was because it was raining. That's what was going on. And it was supposed to be like raining all day, but there were breaks both yesterday and today. So I decided to go ahead and take a chance and go out there. Now today I got rained on. It didn't pour, but I did get rained on. But I'm almost at my mile. So I don't know if I'm gonna go out tomorrow, because guys, for real, listen, my body is in shambles. I am trying to figure out how I'm going to be able to build myself back up. Actually, I'm not even trying to figure it out anymore. I'm just kind of going with the flow. So look, niggas, if you get 1 minute or 1 mile of a solid run, then that's just really all it's gonna be. It's almost like I don't want to accept it, but almost feel like I have to. It's like the last year really it fucked my body up. Like, if my mind, body, everything is just off to me. Like I just and I slowly feel like I'm getting back to normal, getting myself back to normal. But it's a uphill battle. Like it's a uphill battle. And I thank God for the people that are in my life um who are, how do I want to say it? Like really kind of just like there for me, I guess, and like kind of putting up with my bullshit and you know what I'm saying, my complaining and my self-doubt sometimes and my, everything. Like I have some pretty strong friends in my life right now that I know that I can pick up the phone and call them and they'll always answer and they'll always have time for me. And I love that about them. And I love y'all. Y'all know who y'all are. Um, but yeah, it's like, it's just, look, I went on a whole nother situation. But anyway, it's just been weird. So anyways, I'm almost at my 10 miles for the week. So that's great. I'm doing this for 4 weeks. So, 3 more weeks to go and hopefully I'm good. Like I know I have like a 5K or something coming up. I don't know. I don't think it's in August. It might be September, October, something like that. And then I know I'm going to have one in November. And I want to run them, guys. Like I want to run. I don't want to walk. I want to run them. So this is my opportunity to push myself to do it. So I'm pushing myself to do it. I'm also still, trying to share my little COVID 15, the 20, however the hell much it was. And I haven't gotten on a scale, but I told myself that I'll get on the scale after all of this is done, just to see where I am. Although I know I've been building muscle because I've been doing weight training, all that stuff, but just to just kind of see where I am, and if there's another goal I need to set, to go ahead and do that. But we gonna see. We gonna see how it goes. We gonna see if I can whip myself back into shape and get back to running regularly. And I'm gonna have what's gonna have to happen is I'm not gonna be able to take like a break in the winter. So because for the matters of weather, you guys know, if you listened last week, I bought my clown ass bought a treadmill that still ain't put together. And the problem with the treadmill not being put together is I can't lift it out the box. Like, I got all of the parts out except for the base, and it's like the whole box itself is 200 pounds. I can't lift it. I think I'm gonna try one more time. And if I can't, and I don't want to, and I know y'all are like, well, why don't you just tear the box up? Because I don't know if I'm gonna have to send it back, which I'm not gonna send it back. Like, so I don't know, but I'm gonna try one more time. I'm gonna figure out a technique to get it out the box, and I'm gonna go ahead and try to put it together. Hell, the instructions said it take 2.5 hours with 2 people. Like, I don't know. Anyways, push come to shove, I'll get a task rabbit. Shit, I probably could go around the corner where the damn folks be over at the it's a little plaza with like a Family Dollar and all these places, and they all just be sitting out there waiting for work. That idea just popped in my head. I might have to do that. We gonna see. Anyways, that's my update for running for my life. Let's get to it. Shut the fuck up. God damn, nigga. It is that time. Everybody's favorite part of the show is when I get to going and being able to tell folk niggas, and that's anybody, to shut the fuck up, because I'm tired of their shit and I don't want to hear it, and it's stupid, and because I feel like it. Like, it's a whole bunch of reasons why I be wanting to tell people to shut the fuck up. So this week I actually have two. Okay. I don't subscribe to like pick me Twitter or accusing people of being pick me or any of that stuff. Like, I just don't feel like I fit in any of these boxes, because like I relate to some things and other things I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to voice my concerns and say what the fuck I gotta say. And I don't even know why I just said that. I had another thought that was gonna go right into my shut the fuck up award. But anyways, let me just get to it. Oh, that's what it was. Because like, I don't like to say stuff like all men suck or all black men ain't shit, or black men never mind their business, or I'm not that person. Like, I will be the first one to tell you that there's nobody on this earth there's no men on this earth that I ever would like to spend the rest of my life with other than a black man. Y'all know how I am. So I can't. And although the majority of men that I've come across when it comes to like dating and shit have been certified trash, but I still refuse to put everybody in that box, right? So I say all of that to say, this nigga on Twitter is pretty trash. I just want to say that, and I never say their names or their ads or whatever, because fuck them, for real. Like, I'm not really trying to bring too much attention to them. But if you follow me on Twitter, you saw me retweet this and say what I had to say to this nigga. So, anyways, this guy says, I think a lot of women underestimate. This is a guy. Let me back this up. This is a man. I think a lot of women, excuse me, underestimate what it is to have a baby, then call it postpartum when they crack under the pressure. What? Let me read that to y'all again. I think a lot of women underestimate what it is to have a baby, then call it postpartum when they cracking. It says when they cracking under the pressure. Sir, what I need from you is to like shut the fuck up. Because when was the last time you pushed a fucking child out of your coochie? Clearly you have a coochie. Clearly one thing that you have that women have is a coochie. Clearly. Like, which means you have a uterus, you have ovaries, you have periods. Okay? Like, I'm not talking about anything here other than anatomy, right? You have a coochie, you have a uterus, you have the fucking fallopian tubes, you have all of this shit, and you've pushed the baby out of your coochie to know how having a child really fucks you up. People lose memory. They lose their hair. They lose their teeth. They lose their fucking mind sometimes. I know there has been probably a handful of times that I was ready to just be like, I can't do this. And it didn't even have to. I mean, maybe being a single mother maybe kind of contributed to it, but not really, because I had a village. And when I got past myself, when I got past the not wanting to ask anybody for anything or ask for help, I was able to tap into my village, which my village was pretty much my sister. She loved kids. She still loves kids. And she had 2 kids of her own who were around the same age as my son. So I was lucky enough to have that. Doesn't mean that I didn't suffer some sort of postpartum depression. And it had nothing to do with me overestimating how the fuck I was gonna take care of a child or how the fuck I was gonna raise a child. Shut the fuck up. Next. Can y'all stop being haters? What? We need Dave Chappelle need to bring back the fucking, what was it? The player haters ball or whatever. Like, I think we need that back, because people literally get on motherfucking Soldier Boy's internet on a daily and just hate for no fucking reason. So I don't know if y'all saw it today. Was it today or yesterday? I don't know. It'll be a couple of days if you hear this when this comes out. My boy Juvie the Great dropped a little remix to back that ass up and called it, what do you call it? Vax that thing up. I'm gonna say vax that ass up. That's what I'm gonna say. And it was funny. It was cute. They had motherfucking Mama Mia in there, the lyrical man eater. Manny Fresh was in that bitch, and it was a bunch of people on there twerking with PPE on. Like, it was so funny. Like, I laughed so hard, but I also twerked a little bit, because how can you not to that beat? As soon as you hear them strings in the beginning, it takes you right back to the 2000. Why are y'all such haters? Oh, he must be down bad. He must have needed that check. Whether he needed it or not, shut the fuck up. And everybody, okay, I know everybody's entitled to their opinion. I just don't understand why niggas got to be so damn annoying. Like, you automatically assume that something is going on with him as to why he decided to make this song, which I'm pretty sure that he was probably approached to do. I'm pretty sure he wasn't sitting around like, nigga, I'ma just make Vax that ass up. And if he did, good for him. He got a little coin for whatever. It was some platform. I can't even remember why he recorded it, but it's like maybe I don't know why the fuck he did it, but it's just to raise awareness about the vaccine, and it's funny. Like, can you just let him live? Like, I don't care how many times he remixed the shit. Like, I don't care what it's about. I'm probably still gonna dance to it. So, fuck y'all and shut the fuck up. I don't know why I'm coughing like this, but I'm gonna tell y'all what I discovered. Iced coffee. I just couldn't think about cold coffee. It sounds disgusting, and it's because when I think about it, it's because like, after I've had hot coffee and it gets cold, like I couldn't wrap my head around that. So, anyways, somebody told me just go ahead and try it. So I got, you guys know I give me a latte, just a regular old latte, which is espresso and milk. And I had them do that, and I've been hooked ever since. Like, it's so good. And now I've started making the shit at home because y'all know I got an expensive ass latte machine that needs to be put to work at all times. So it's pretty good. That's that on that. So today I wonder what I meant to tweet out, and maybe I will before I publish this. If anybody would be able to guess what the 10th word is. So y'all know, like, autonomy is like my most favorite thing. It's the reason why I tagged my show Living Life Autonomously. It's the reason why every single time I get on here, I say the exact same thing, because I am always going to be the one to encourage you to live your life autonomously. But what does that mean? What exactly does that mean? What is autonomy? What is and more so self autonomy? I think that's kind of what I want to focus on. But I picked a couple of different definitions. They're all pretty good. And they all kind of, gives you what you need to know about autonomy. So, from Merriam-Webster, autonomy is the quality or state of being self-governing, especially the right of self-government. And then it says something about like territories and all that shit. U Dictionary. The definition of autonomy is independence in one's thoughts or actions, which is pretty perfect. This is a pretty perfect way of thinking about it. And I'm pretty sure that early on, maybe season 1, maybe season 2, I spoke about this. I probably spoke about this in detail. I couldn't find the episode though. I couldn't figure out like which episode it was on because whatever one it was on, it wasn't specifically about autonomy. But I always like to oh wait, let me see. I think there might be one more I want to say. Autonomy can be defined as the ability of the person to make his or her own decisions. Yeah, so I think you guys get it. It's basically okay, this one is good too. The APA Dictionary of Psychology. I don't know. I just want y'all to like really take this in, and I guess that's why I'm still reading. So, a state of independence and self-determination in an individual, a group, or a society. So, the first time I heard this word, and I've told this story before again, but I've told this story before, but I'm gonna tell it again real quick. the first time I remember hearing this word, I was used to watch this show called The L Word. I'm pretty sure you guys, even if you've never watched it, you probably know what the L Word is. So the L Word was about like, I don't know, it's maybe like 6 or 7 women. The majority of them were lesbian or bisexual. And it was like one of the first like shows like this, and they had it on Showtime. And I probably really only watched it because that's when I was like with a woman, like I was actually dating a woman, or actually like, yeah, I was with a woman at that time. So we used to have like viewing parties at our house or whatever. And so there was an episode where there's like these two main characters, like the main couple, Bet and Tina, which Bet is fine as Jennifer Beal. Her, and I can't even think of Tina's real name. But anyways, they were on the cusp of breaking up. I almost want to say it was like, because I think they ended up getting a divorce, and I want to say it was during a time where they were sitting with their lawyers and all this shit. And Bet was all upset, and she's just like, well, what do you want, or however the hell she asked her. And Tina was like, I just want my autonomy. And her situation was, she was a housewife. Bet was like this big, what, I can't even remember what she did. Was she an arts designer or something? I can't remember. It was so long ago. But anyways, she had this really good job where she was making a whole lot of money. And Tina really didn't have to work. She didn't have to do anything. And then they decided to have a kid. And Tina was just like, damn, like all I do is everything I do is for everybody else. Like I have not done anything for myself. I want to work. I want to, I don't know if she wanted to go back to school, but y'all get the drift. It's like she was trapped in this space. And it wasn't that it wasn't that she wasn't still in love. It wasn't that she didn't enjoy having a family. It was the fact that that's all she had. She didn't have anything for herself. Nothing. Every single thing she did was for her wife and her child. I don't think that's cool. Like, and apparently she didn't think that was cool either, right? Like, it's. I just, I don't know. I don't really know what else to say about their situation, but that's what it was. And I know that there will be people listening to this who have found themselves in this very situation. Now, on a broader scale, I like to say that autonomy is about releasing yourself from societal constraints, all of that good stuff. But what I did was I put together a guide to self autonomy. And initially I was going to have 3 things, but I ended up with 5. And I feel like I have more than that. So maybe I'll do a blog post about it. Maybe I'll think a little bit more into it and do a blog post about it. But I'm going to go ahead and give these to y'all from number 5 to number 1. So, Autumn's Guide to Self Autonomy. Listen up, niggas. Number 5. When you begin to feel like you are giving a damn when it comes to what others think about you, please stop. Please stop. Like having, how can I, when you care too much about perception. I talked about this a couple of episodes ago. When you care too much about perception, there's absolutely positively nothing wrong with wanting to be your best self, wanting to look your best, um, wanting to be the best. But who are you doing that for? And a whole lot of people will hurry up and say, "Oh, I'm doing it for myself." But are you? Are you? Just think about it. I'm not gonna point out any specific things or anything like that when it pertains to this. But honestly, like it's the triple F's, right? If they're not feeding you, if they're not fucking you, if they're not financing you, why does any of this matter? Why does what anybody has to say about, the way that you look, the way that you carry yourself, whether or not you're a whore, how many bitches you fucked or niggas you fucked, or like why does any of this matter? You got your shoes from the Goodwill, or you know what I'm saying, like what the fuck ever, like why do any of these things matter? Uh, we're not in high school anymore, and even dating back to high school, it's like dating back to school period, like we have to make sure that our children understand these things too. It gives you a little bit of independence over yourself. It's like how can I explain it? It's like it frees you. If when you're not thinking about what the fuck everybody else thinks, it's the best feeling ever. It's the best fucking feeling ever, because you know what? Real talk, people gonna talk about you. I don't give a fuck if you are like perfect. Look at fucking Meg Thee Stallion. Look at fucking Meg Thee Stallion. And look at how people find things to talk about her. She's damn near perfect. Body wise, I don't really know, I don't know her, so I can't vouch for her, but you know what I'm saying? She's damn near perfect. But people find a reason to say bad things about her all the time. Like she said, the bitches ain't saying it in my face. And that's how I feel. If you feel if there's anything about me that offends you so much, keep that shit to yourself unless you gonna pull up. All right. So that's number 5. Number 4. Do not wait on other people to leave or enter your life before you decide to choose happiness. And let me say that again. Do not wait on other people to leave or enter your life before you decide to choose happiness. If you don't like who you're with, you know what you got to do to free yourself of that. But in the meantime, you got to work on you have to work on being happy. You have to take a look at yourself. Okay? You can't wait on a wife or a husband. You can't wait on a boyfriend or a girlfriend or whatever. You can't wait on a significant other to come and rescue you and bring you to happiness. It'll never work. It'll never work. There's no there's no person the only person that's stopping you from being happy is you. You Why are you gonna wait on, like, okay, because I know that this probably will hit a nerve or two, but whatever. I don't give a fuck. It's my show. You got some shit to say, just fucking say it. You don't have to wait until your children are grown and gone before you decide that you want to be happy. Before you not before you decide that you want to be happy, but before you decide to pursue happiness. There's like, I don't know, is it a damn some kind of something on this microphone that keep. All right, sorry y'all. You don't have to. You don't have to do that. You just don't. Like, and I know that you might think to yourself that things are impossible. Like, it's impossible to obtain certain things while you're in this situation. Okay. That's not true. Nothing, as long as you have breath in your body, nothing is impossible. So if you want to start on your career, you want to start that career change, you want to pick up a fucking hobby. You know what I'm saying? Find a way to do that shit. Like, and again, I could have been listening to this very message like 15 years ago, and I would have been like, you say that you're in a position to say that because you doing this, that, and the other. But honestly, it all started back then. You know what I'm saying? It all started with a plan back then. So now's the time. Like, you don't have to wait. You don't have to wait. You know what I'm saying? If your job is the worst and you hate it there, why are you still, what are you waiting on? What are you waiting on to start applying to other positions? What are you waiting on? Like, why are you waiting to finish a project before you leave? Because why? Like, why? You don't have to do, you don't owe them that. Get started on that shit now. I mean, it's a simple concept. I know sometimes it's a little, it's hard to take in, but it is what it is. You do not have to wait on anybody else because you are the only person on this fucking earth that's going to make you happy. Number 3, which kind of ties into number 4, is do what the fuck you want to do. Okay? Again, you don't have to wait on anybody. If you want some motherfucking I should have did this after said shut the fuck up work. If you want to go to motherfucking Red Lobster and as soon as they put the motherfucking cheddar bay biscuits down, you want to eat one of the bitches because they was talking about you can't, if you eat the bread right when it comes out, you broke. Nigga, if you want to, if you want to ask, if you want to walk in and before you get seated and ask them to bring the bread over there to you, please do that. If that's what's going to bring you a sigh of relief after a long fucking day, some cheddar bay biscuits fresh and hot, I'm going to need you to get those. You know what I'm saying? Do what you want to do. Do not wait on anybody to take that trip. Do not wait on anybody to start that project. You know what I'm saying? Do not wait. What are you waiting on? Ask yourself that. Ask yourself, what are you waiting on? And if you come up with a list, ask yourself why you're waiting on those things. If it's logical, okay. Just make sure that you also write down when and how you're going to obtain the shit. So that when the time comes, you don't have to worry about it. It's done. You've written it down. You've manifested it, whatever the young girls are saying these days, and it'll be done. But when it for real, you can do what the fuck you want to do. You can do, listen to me, do what you want to do. Do what is going to make you happy. And I know that this is repetitive. I know that I've said this 1,000 times, and bitch, I will say it 1,000 more because we need to hear these things. There's so many of us that are just stuck in situations because we're waiting on other people to act right, or we're waiting on other people to do whatever the fuck they need to do so that they can push you into be doing whatever. No. Create your own happiness. That's the part that creating your own happiness. Do what you want to do is a part of creating your own happiness, which leads to having self autonomy. Number 2, I'm gonna change these around. Number 2, and I feel like number 1 and number 2 are equally important. But number 2, face your fears. I did a whole episode about it. Face. Do you understand how relieved you are when you just be like, let me do this. Let me stop playing around and do this. For instance, I used to hate pulling my credit report. I used to hate that shit. I still do, low key, because you never know. I never know what the fuck is gonna be out there, right? I just never fucking know. But when I finally get over the anxiety and the fear, let's say the fear that causes the anxiety, and I do it, I be like, all right. I feel a little bit free. I can take a deep breath because I know what my situation is now. You see what I'm saying? It's the same with anything, with any of the unknown. You know what I'm saying? Like anything that, stop dodging it. Just stop whatever it is that you're so afraid of. Face that shit head on. Give these niggas what they want. Face the fear. Face your fears. You will feel so liberated. It is imperative. If you ever want to have full self autonomy, you got to get these fears up out of here. You got to, look yourself in the face, look yourself in the mirror and be like, "Hey, what's on the list today? What can I conquer today?" And at the end of the day, when you ask yourself, because I feel like sometimes, we have to have moments with ourselves. And my moment is to ask myself, what did you do well today? So on that day, when you say, what did you do well today? You can say, you know what? I looked one of my fears in the face, on the paper, on the computer, on my phone, whatever the fuck it was. And I figured out how to move past it. I know where I stand now. To not be afraid is a part of full self autonomy. And number 1, take care of yourself. You will lose all autonomy when it's time for somebody to take care of you. And it's gonna happen. So right now, like, while you're still able to move about, while you're still able to take care of yourself, while you're still able to decide whatever type of meal you want to have, or you're still able to get up and get in the car and go wherever you want to go, before that beyond retirement age sets in and you are in a situation where somebody has to take care of you, take care of yourself. There's only one you. There is one you, and you know you best. I hate the dentist, but I gotta go. I kind of hate doctors, low key, but I gotta go. I love every week I'm telling y'all how much I love me some cake. Every day I'm tweeting about some fucking food that I like. But I gotta work out. I can't risk being diabetic at my age, because trying to reverse that is pretty bad. I used to work in a nursing home. I've seen people who have lost limbs because they just weren't taking care of themselves. You understand what I'm saying? Like, please, and I mean physically, whatever you can do. I'm not saying you got to run 10 miles a week. I'm not saying you have to work out 3 days a week. Whatever it is that you can do physically to make sure that nobody has to take care of you, do that shit. Same financially. Whatever you have to do to be freed from any body taking care of you, any type of fucking assistance, when you get to that place in your life where you know, the people that you have around you is because you want them around you, not because you fucking need them around you. Bruh, listen to me. Listen to me. It's the best feeling. Oh my God. Like, I just got chills just thinking about it. Just thinking about moments that I've had where I freed myself from things or individuals and how great I felt because of it. You have to take care of yourself. Mentally, physically, emotionally. And that's the only way that you're going to be able to, quote unquote, live a part of your life for other people. And again, I don't like that. I don't like when people be like, oh, I'm just doing this for my kids, or I'm just doing this for my wife, or I'm just doing this for my mom. You're supposed to be doing this shit for yourself. I just read a whole damn thing on Twitter about this girl, and I can't remember exactly where she was or anything. I think she said she was African and her husband was African or something. I don't know. Anyways, her family and I'm gonna say this shit and then I'm gonna get out of here. Her family basically told her that going to college is about finding a husband. And there's only certain what you call it, majors that you should stay away from because they're not going to help you as a wife. What are you? She said, I took a West Indian cooking class. I thought that was cute. You know what I'm saying? Because she's trying to make sure that she's able to please her husband in that way. But she is like an accountant and CPA and has a master's in accounting and all this bullshit. And she did all of that so that she can work for her husband. And it's not a horrible idea. You know what I'm saying? Like working for your family business and shit like that. It's not a horrible idea. But that tells me that that's not like your story of your parents telling you that this is the reason why you have to go to college. Like she said that she never had any fun. She hung around certain buildings like the law and medical buildings and shit because that's where she wanted to pick her husband up from. So you went to school and paid thousands of dollars to find a husband to basically be of service to. And again, let me find me a husband. I'm gonna be of service to him. But I'll be damned if everything in my life is going to revolve around making sure that like pleasing him. You know what I'm saying? Like it just like that I won't say it that way. That I'm not doing any of these things for myself. I'll never be that person. Ever. I don't think I've ever been. I mean, I know that there's been times that, we've all had those times, you know what I'm saying? Like I've done certain things just because, you know what I'm saying? Just, whatever. I mean, shit, the first couple of majors I had in school really was because that's what my mom wanted me to do. You know what I'm saying? So I've been there. But again, I've freed myself from those things. And it feels good. And no, I don't have a perfect life. My life is far from fucking perfect. Y'all know that. If you've been listening, you know that. I get on here, I cry. I fall short of things. I have emotions and I have feelings and I'm human. But I also have some fucking autonomy. And that's on period. So this has been the 10 Words, 10 Episodes series. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any ideas, show ideas that you would like to hear from me, please feel free to reach out. Y'all know how to get at me. All of my information is in the show notes. Before I get out of here, I want to let you guys know that podcast happy hour for the month of July is happening on July 24th. That's a Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 Central, 6 out west, wherever the hell Chris is. And it's us, podcast happy hour, all 5 of us, Chris, Audrey, J Book, myself, and Tamra to the break of dawn. It'll be on J Book's formerly known as J Book for show. It'll be on Jay's Quick Threes podcast platform. It will be live. And then in August, we're gonna have a celebration. It'll be podcast happy hour anniversary. Didn't that time go by really, really quick? I mean, like, it really went by fast. So I think that might be it. I feel like I'm leaving something out. Oh, I'm going to, since more than likely there'll be a bonus episode. I will be taking a break after this, and I believe I'm gonna come back on Friday, August 6th. So that'll give me a little bit of a break. Hopefully, I'll finally have these other things in order that I've been trying to get in order. I know, y'all know that for like 2 seasons I've been talking about rebranding, but now it's time for me to like renew certain subscriptions and website and all that stuff. So now is the time for me to really sit and figure out, how I want to move forward with the Lit Life podcast and anything that is related to the Lit Life podcast. I have plenty of ideas. I just have to figure out how to execute them. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, I'll see y'all on the 24th live. I need y'all to tune in live. If you don't, I mean, the audio and the video will be available on, again, Jay's Quick 3 pod platform. And thanks for tuning in to this series. Until y'all hear or see me again, deuces.